What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video. And today I wanted to talk about remasters. Now, I did a video about this a while ago, and I figured I'd do another video. Because in that video, I did state that remasters are starting to become the indies of both of these systems. Where they're just gonna, instead of make new IPs, and instead of making the AAA game, let's just take shit that was from the 360 and the PS3 and slap some 1080p on it and 60 frames and call it a day. Now, like I said before in that previous video, there are some games that actually warrant getting a remaster. But what is your opinion on what a remaster is? I'm going to tell you what my opinion is. To me, when the Master Chief Collection came out, it spoiled me. Because before that, they could have just came out and made all these old games, threw 1080p on it and 60 frames and said, hey, this is a remaster. And we probably would have went for it. We probably would have been like, yeah, look, beautiful, 1080p, 60 frames. But after playing the Master Chief Collection, because when they remastered the first Halo on the 360, unfortunately, I didn't get it at that time. But they went ahead and took that, threw it on the Master Chief Collection, remastered Halo 2, and now, because of that, myself personally, I am spoiled. When you go from the old graphics to the new graphics, and for the fanboys, when you go from the old graphics to the new graphics, you are actually going from 1080p native to 1080p native 60 frames to 60 frames. But guess what? Because there's a lot of morons that believe that 1080p is graphics, there's a big difference from when you're going from the old game to the new game. But yet, they're both in native 1080p, 60 frames per second. But anyway, moving on. The reason why I'm bringing this video up again is because when I went to the store on Live, X Live, I seen a game there that I loved. A game that I was ready to purchase. It was both games, Prototype, the first one and the second one. $50. And I was like, remastered? Oh man, I'm going to jump on that. Now, I know there's going to be some people that's going to be upset. But just take this like it for what it is. It's my opinion. Now, Prototype, to me, was a much better game than Infamous. Oh my, did I just say that? Yes, I did. But that's just my personal opinion. Because there was much more stuff you could do in that game than you could versus what you could do in Infamous. Yes, Infamous was a much prettier game, but Prototype was a much funner game. To me, my opinion. Don't kill me for that. But moving on. So once I seen it and it was supposed to be remastered, and I didn't see remastered on it, I figured right away that all they did was port it over, slap 1080p on it, and 60 frames. So that's the same game, just up the res, more frames. Not going to spend money on that. Even though I love that game and would love to play that game. Now, had it been like the Master Chief Collection, actually remastered with better graphics, then I probably would have bought the game. So, like I said, this is my opinion. I'm not into buying games that they just slap some 1080p on it and 60 frames. I've said it many a times that 1080p stuff doesn't matter to me. And as I said before, the Master Chief Collection, if you're going from the old to the new, you're going from native 1080p to native 1080p, 60 frames to 60 frames. But there's a big difference. And that's why we, Microsoft dudes, keep telling certain people 1080p is not graphics. It's basically clarity. It makes the picture sharper, but it's not graphics. Excuse me. So anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and take a look at some footage. Rolling. So as you can see this gameplay right here, that was the old graphics. 1080p native right here on the old graphics. Then when I go to the new graphics, 1080p native also. And as you can see, this is my opinion of what I call a remaster. You can definitely see that there is a big difference in graphics when it comes to this game. This is not something that they just went ahead and said, hey, let's slap 1080p on it and 60 frames. When you go from the old to the new, you can clearly see there is a big difference. And this is my opinion of what a remaster should be. Now, you don't have to have the little button when you go back and forth, although it would be nice so you can see what they did. But as you can notice, when you go from the old to the new, not only did they remaster the graphics, but they also remastered the sound effects for the weapons, the music, and everything else in the game. So, what do you people think? Should all remasters be done like this? And remasters, if they come out with a game and just slap 1080p on it, should they just say port with 1080p and 60 frames on it? Or should they still call it a remaster? Let me know in the comment section. And as I always say, fanboys don't love their favorite system. They just hate yours. Look at that. Native 1080p old, native 1080p new. Peace out.